The NFL Madden League Season 1 8-2020 games and highlights coming up next of Week 1-1. Week 1-1 NFL matchups 2020 Green Bay Packers 7-2 Indianapolis Colts 6-3. Week 1-1 NFL matchups 2020 Kansas City Chiefs 8-1 Las Vegas Raiders 6-3. Week 1-1 NFL matchups 2020 Los Angeles Rams 6-3 Tampa Bay Buccaneers 7-3. Week 1 Pittsburgh Steelers 1-7 Jacksonville Jaguars 2-0 final. Week 1 Tennessee Titans 2-4 Baltimore Ravens 1-0 final.
today. From First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns taking on Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Hi again, everyone, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column. Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Browns offense getting ready for their first drive as they will do so behind their quarterback in his 3rd year now from Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield. And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team. Mayfield down, and it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down. The numbers in last week's game for Hooper: 5 catches, 76 yards. And he was able to pull that last pass in, but he's going to face a tall order here because he's going up against the number 2 unit in the NFL against the pass. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. So we'll look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up. No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to. Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia gets ready on offense behind Carson Wentz, the number 2 pick back in 2016 out of North Dakota State. Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers? 1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss. Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. There, this is picked up by the Browns. And it won't be a pick 6, but he will have his guys set up at the 2-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands. And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And really, you can't have a better situation than this. 1st and goal at the 1. From the 2, here's 1st and goal. Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Austin Hooper, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. And he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Austin Seibert on for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Here's Wentz to throw. Finding Ertz again. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. From the red zone now, Wentz. He's got it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
We're still in the first quarter, but it's apparent they're going to have to come up with a different defensive game plan for him because right now he's kind of having his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down? They're going to have to mix up some coverages, maybe change who's guarding him.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Chubb, the ball carrier.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
2nd and 5 now. Mayfield quickly into the hands of Beckham. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Mayfield on first down. That's caught by Geronimo Allison. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
10 yards on the pickup.
They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. 23 yards the pickup there.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. 5 plays there on that drive. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off, as he did so with a touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
That confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 14 yards there on the pickup, and it's going to yield a new set of downs. He's going to drop this down to Sanders, and he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 39-yard line. Now Wentz again. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
22 yards. First down, Eagles.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Again, it's Wentz. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. An Eagle 1st down, Wentz to Ertz. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, but it'll be 2nd and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Myles Garrett.
So crisis averted, but now facing 3rd and goal.
Recovered by the offense.
To throw is Wentz. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense, too.
That's a great point, because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. That time, a 9-play drive. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Heading out as a Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Chubb, the ball carrier.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Mayfield throwing complete there to Hooper.
Mayfield's pass.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Zach Ertz and the rest of the Eagles offense set to take over. And we roll the highlights of the game he's had. You know, when we talk about wide receivers and how you shut them down, what about when you have a tight end like this having a game? How do you stop him defensively?
It really changes what you're trying to do because defensively, you're worried more about the wideouts. Okay, how are we going to cover them? The running backs, how are you going to shut them down? But the tight end is that elusive, unique player. Linebacker cover him, cornerback cover him, safety covering him. Always has the advantage. Usually has final answer against anyone who tries to defend him.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Philadelphia.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz, Ertz has it left side. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 39. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch. take the hit and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Wentz to throw again. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield. And now it's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wentz. And it's caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to the play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now Wentz on 3rd down. This is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles have moved out in front.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Elliott now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on 1st down. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend, so lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital, and it's the Bengals who have the lead in the 2nd quarter. Chester Rogers, a touchdown reception. From there, let's make the quick trip up the Parkway and check in on the Ravens at home in Baltimore. And you can see they have the lead over the visiting Tennessee Titans. Willie Snead, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Lions. The Panthers locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. In our game, it's been Carson Wentz with a strong first half. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys out in front as we hand things back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. This will make it into the end zone, and Rager will not return it, so it'll come out to the 25 on the touchback. So here are the Eagles to take over. They're looking to bounce back following the loss to the Giants last week. And they do lead here right now, and they've got the football obviously as well. 1st and 10.
Yo.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Welcome.
Wentz now to throw. Sanders has it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
A gain of 18 on the
Throwing on first is Wentz. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
Now Wentz.
1st down, Philadelphia.
Looking left side, and it's complete.
Wentz is
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another 1st down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Carson Wentz with touchdown pass number 4 on the afternoon. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
At the 28-yard line.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Here's Jackson to return. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. He'll set up to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The Pro Bowl tight end Zach Ertz, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. Ertz over the middle. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards the pickup there. On 1st down, Wentz. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Myles Garrett. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
On any first and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
The score, Eagles 31, Browns 14.
They had it first and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive, but you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble of bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
27-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
He's tackled at the
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
third down and 2.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
For Cleveland Browns.
But they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That good for 22 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield open here is Allison. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit.
Another Browns first down.
First down, Mayfield. Forced out to his left. Now Mayfield lost the football.
That's good for another Cleveland Browns.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Austin Hooper.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. They go with Chubb on second down. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
Good for a Cleveland Browns.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll give it to Chubb, and he takes this one in for a Browns score. Nick Chubb, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Seibert on for the PAT. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. The fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Wentz. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
First down, Eagles.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Wentz. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Sanders. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A 9-yard pickup, just 1 yard away from 3 consecutive first down plays.
At the 11-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Welcome to the stream L3 Gender E2.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Well, they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll try to run with Sanders. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Once again with Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Mayfield off the play fake. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. But now it'll be third down.
3rd down and 7.
On third down, Mayfield. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And this is taken in at the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns get a score closer.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee.
Week 1-1 Philadelphia Eagles 3-8 Cleveland Browns 2-8 final.
They're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Delay game offense.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. The clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Today's final.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not in a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because Both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Eagles, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Browns, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.